Be impeccable with your words. Today we're talking about how your word is powerful. The words that comes out your mouth is very powerful, and how you uses it, it's very important. And Ruiz, author Ruiz from the Four Agreement, the book of the Four Agreements. And what he talks about is that we all make agreements on a daily basis, and the things that you agree will affect the way you think and how you will act too. And so the first agreement that he spoke about is being impeccable with your words. And many of us may have heard about this before, and the way we speak to people, and it's not it is the words that you use. The words has power. And the Bible, in the Bible it says, in the beginning was the word was with God, and the word is God. So through our word, through your word, through my word, we express and our creative power. You manifest everything with your words. And how he explained it is that sometimes we cast spells with our words, like black magic. That's what he compares it to. Your words that you use. And because our mind is so fertile for, I would say, negative things, that those words actually grow. Your word can change a life or it can destroy it. The human mind is like the fertile ground where seeds are planted. And what are these seeds? So these seeds are opinions, ideas, concepts that either people have planted in our minds, or and sometimes we have planted it. Take one man in Germany. With his word, he manipulated an entire country. Very intelligent people was manipulated and led into war just with his words. He activated fear in people, and like a big explosion, they were killing and war around the world with just words. And some of us may even think about from Guyana, Jim Jones' story. No one forced anyone. It's the words that are used actually that manipulates people. And I want to stress on this part here. Sometimes you're not even knowing that you're being manipulated. Sometimes you might be in a relationship where you felt as though that person is doing you a favor for being with you. How manipulated you can be, and or they can be to you, and you don't even know. And so be very careful with the words that are being used against you and the words you're using. Now think of as parents, and I felt guilty even about this, and I'm learning so much too. That's why I'm sharing this with you so that it's gonna help you. Sometimes as parents, what are the words we are using towards our kids? There's story, one very intelligent woman, very hardworking, very caring person. She was so exhausted, and she got home, and she was having a terrible headache. And her little daughter, very beautiful, innocent child, she's singing, and yeah, she may be making a lot of noise and jumping. And her mom got so frustrated with her headache and everything she's feeling. That little child was in her world, experiencing she was doing, and her mom turned to her and shouted and said to her, "Shut up, you have a very ugly voice, and just keep quiet." And think of this, how sometimes you see this. I see this in public sometimes, parents how they're speaking to their kids, and the word that was planted there in that little girl's head. She went to school and she became very shy. She got locked in and believing that she has an ugly voice and that she doesn't want to speak. She doesn't want to do anything that will put her out there anymore. She grew up believing that. Though she had a beautiful voice, she grew up believing that she had an ugly voice. And the agreements that we make are also coming from what other people think about us. Now, as parents, that's there. Think about workplace now. What Ruiz said is that gossip is the worst form of black magic. See, think of a scenario here. You're starting out to work in a new place, and the first person that you met or interacted with said something like, "Oh, you're going to work with that manager. That manager is very arrogant and he doesn't know how to speak to people. He you won't get along with him at all." And they have actually just put their poison on you, and you took that, you went about your job, and everything that that person said to you, you begin to start seeing that, because that's what you focus on, that's what was programmed. And then you went and start spread that poison onto other people as you talk to them. But then you might not know, why did that person say that? It might be that sometime that person was actually underperforming and maybe that manager had to pull them up and they didn't like that. It could be that person had their own agenda of what they wanted to accomplish, and because your mind was so fertile for that kind of gossiping, that it just took off. And we see this play out. As kids, you hear adults gossiping about others, and they're even gossiping about people they don't even know and formulating opinions about those people. And you grew up into adulthood, and it became like that's something normal. But that's how you see adults are communicating these days. So be careful of the gossip also. You're talking about other people. Now, use your words. Use your word to build and not tear down people. Your word is like a two-edged sword. It can destroy, and it is going to help you to learn something. So you can build or you can tear. So if I see you and I say that, "Oh, I stupid," you might get angry at me. And so if I call you stupid and you get angry, it appears I'm using the word against you, right? And in reality, I am using it against me. If you get angry and you get angry with me, you might hate me. I don't know what might go in your head about me and what you might want to do. And you hating me is not or would not be something good for me. So therefore, if I get angry and send all my emotional poison onto you, I'm using the word against me. I'm using it against myself and not you. So be mindful of that. When you are portraying your emotion and your anger onto someone, understand, or even vice versa. They're putting it on you. It's not you, it's them, right? It's them. Or you, in your case, will be the one who will be harming yourself. So how do we use the word against ourselves? We say things like, "Oh gosh, I'm so stupid. Why can't I be better? I must be the most stupidest person in this world," right? Why this is not working for me? Something is wrong with me. And this is how you formulate those agreements, and those agreements start to take root and manifest in your life. Be impeccable with your word is the first agreement you should make if you want to be free. So start with yourself. Start with yourself. Go to the mirror and say to yourself, "I forgive you." So call your name. "Shanti, I forgive you for saying those words that you're stupid. You are the most smart person. You can do this. You're amazing, and you unique and wonderfully made, and you're made to do good works, and you can do this. It's already planted in you. You just need to bring it out. And you will see how different you will start acting, and you will break those agreements that you had made before. So share this video, like it, and let's meet in the next video.